In the dim solitude of his apartment, Ethan is barricaded by data printouts and empty coffee cups, a stark reflection of his inner turmoil. He hunches over his computer, his face etched with exhaustion and a profound grief. His intense stare is fixed on a spreadsheet filled with accident data, each number a painful reminder. The room is dimly lit, casting long shadows that amplify the sense of loss. A photo of Maya, his deceased sister, stands silently on the desk, a constant testament to his sorrow and the void in his life. In the vibrant office of a predictive policing startup, youthful energy pulses through the room. Ethan, younger and brimming with optimism, stands before a whiteboard ablaze with complex data visualizations. He gestures emphatically, presenting his groundbreaking analysis to a team of engaged colleagues. Beneath the surface of energetic discussion, subtle undercurrents of ethical debate swirl, hinting at future conflicts. Back in the stark reality of his apartment, Ethan stumbles upon the Confess app while sifting through data on an old server. The app's pitch video flickers to life, a siren song promising honesty and accountability. Fueled by gnawing insomnia and raw grief, Ethan's eyes reflect a dangerous mix of vulnerability and recklessness. His fingers tremble as he impulsively taps the record button, a digital abyss opening before him. In the dead of night, a confession begins to spill out, poised to shatter the silence and alter everything. Pale sunlight filters through the blinds, casting stripes across Ethan's disheveled room. The insistent buzz of his phone drags him from sleep, a digital alarm bell heralding disaster. A stark notification flashes. Your confession is trending. Panic floods Ethan's face as he replays the video, each frame a hammer blow to his composure. He strains to hear, catching faint, ominous sounds, a subtle hum and a distinct click previously lost in his distress. On a bustling city street, two detectives stride purposefully, their faces etched with stern skepticism. Their presence cuts through the ambient noise, a clear warning sign in their gait as they approach Ethan. One detective warns, "We're warning you, Ethan. Stay away from Derek Hale. There's a murder coming, and he's the prime suspect. For your own safety, keep your distance." The other detective adds, his voice grave. Ethan's apartment is a whirlwind of desperation as he battles the glowing screen. His fingers hammer at the keyboard, a frantic dance against the inevitable. The uninstall process crawls, each moment an eternity as the Confess app clings to his system. A frustrated grunt tears from his throat, the sound of defeat echoing in the small room. He stares at the screen, the realization dawning that he is caught in a digital trap of his own making. The unyielding app mocks him from the screen, a constant reminder of his vulnerability. In the dim glow of his laptop, Ethan hunches forward, his face illuminated by lines of code and academic research. He delves deeper into the digital world, obsessively researching Dr. Leila Kant, the enigmatic creator of Confess. Her face becomes increasingly familiar as he scrolls through countless articles, each click fueling his growing fixation. Video clips autoplay, filling the small apartment with the echo of her voice as she expounds her controversial theories. The theories on predictive policing hang in the air, adding to the tension in the already darkened room. In the dim glow of multiple monitors, Ethan's face is illuminated as his fingers fly across the keyboard, navigating the complex interface of an encrypted forum. He waits, the blinking cursor a stark contrast to the intensity in his eyes. They're getting closer. I need to know how to stop it. Layla's reply flashes onto the screen, each word measured and deliberate. You can't. It's all preordained, a sequence set in motion. Ethan's expression hardens, grappling with the revelation. The algorithm? It's deterministic? Layla's chilling confirmation echoes in the digital space. Every input leads to a predictable output. There is no deviation. The rehab facility stands stark against the daylight, a silent testament to broken lives and shattered hopes. Derek Hale emerges, a shadow of his former self, haunted by the ghosts of his past. Ethan appears, his face a mask of anger, yet beneath it, A flicker of pity betrays his true feelings. The confrontation simmers with unspoken words, a battleground of rage and remorse. The weight of their shared history hangs heavy in the air, a palpable tension between two tormented souls. In the sterile environment of the rehab facility, Ethan watches intently as Derek participates in a group therapy session. Derek's face is etched with paranoia and guilt as he begins to recount the harrowing details of the accident. The weight of his words fills the room, each syllable heavy with the memory of Maya's tragic death. His voice trembles, a raw display of the torment that haunts him as he relives the fateful moments. Ethan observes, his expression unreadable as Derek's story unfolds, painting a vivid picture of loss and regret. Ethan stares intently at his phone, its cold light illuminating the growing dread in his eyes. The screen displays Confess Update, 95% completion, a digital countdown to an unknown fate. A palpable sense of dread fills Ethan's apartment, a suffocating blanket of fear tightening around him. The weight of the inevitable begins to crash down, threatening to shatter the fragile calm. A city street erupts into chaos as a bus accident unfolds, the night air filled with the screech of metal and the shattering of glass. Emergency lights flash wildly, painting the scene in stark, urgent colors as sirens wail through the night. Amidst the wreckage and flashing lights, a sense of eerie calm settles as the initial shock subsides. Ethan stands amidst the aftermath, the chaotic scene reflecting in his eyes, a silent witness to the devastation. An unseen force compels Ethan, drawing him away from the wreckage, a mysterious pull towards the looming shadows of the parking garage. Ethan turns his back on the scene of the accident, his silhouette disappearing into the darkness, driven by an unknown purpose. In the dim parking garage, Derek emerges from the shadows, his face a mask of fear. His eyes widen in stark panic as he spots Ethan, a glint of steel flashing in his hand. Ethan's voice cuts through the night, a desperate plea. "Derek, put the knife down. Let's talk." Derek's reply is a snarled warning, laced with desperation. "Stay away from me." The air crackles with tension as a violent struggle erupts between them. In the desolate parking garage, dim fluorescent lights stretch long, eerie shadows across the cold concrete. Mid-stride, Derek's foot slips on a treacherous patch of oil, his balance lost in a fatal misstep. His own knife, once brandished with intent, betrays him, plunging into his abdomen as he desperately flails. He collapses, the cold ground rushing up to meet him as the APP echoes. Verified confession. True. Ethan bursts into Leila's abandoned lab, his breath misting in the cold, stale air. A chaotic scene unfolds. Wires snake across the floor, discarded equipment litters every surface, and the sharp scent of ozone stings the nostrils. Banks of screens flicker ominously, casting an eerie glow over the room. Each screen displays a global confession, ticking down to a terrifying activation. In Leila's abandoned lab, a flickering monitor casts long, dancing shadows across Ethan's face, highlighting his intense resolve. Leila's pixelated image flickers on the screen, a ghost in the chaotic landscape of wires and forgotten experiments. A web of wires snakes across the floor, a testament to the brilliance and madness that once thrived within these walls. Leila's voice echoes from the monitor, a chilling revelation cutting through the silence. Confess isn't predicting crime, Ethan. It's enforcing narrative causality. In Leila's abandoned lab, dust motes swirl in the beam of her flashlight, revealing a desolate landscape of corroded metal. Sparking wires hiss in the darkness, a testament to forgotten experiments and broken dreams. Leila gestures emphatically, her shadow stretching across the cavernous space, her words echoing off the cold, unyielding walls. Her voice resonates with conviction as she speaks of the system's flawed logic. "The system treats confession as proof," she declares, her gaze intense and unwavering. "It sculpts events to fit the data," Leila warns, the implications of her words hanging heavy in the air. In Leila's abandoned lab, Ethan's flashlight cuts through the gloom, revealing a scene of decay and forgotten experiments. Cobwebs cling to obsolete equipment, and the air crackles with the ghostly scent of ozone. Ethan's determined gaze is fixed on flickering holographic schematics, the weight of his mission etched on his face. A voice echoes in the stillness, revealing the ultimate paradox. To save everything, Ethan must lie. Dim light pools around Ethan's desk, casting long shadows across the room as he hunches over his notepad. Pen in hand, he meticulously drafts a new confession, each stroke deliberate and precise. His brow furrows in concentration, the weight of his words pressing down on him. A flicker of determination crosses his face as he finalizes his statement. He whispers into the silent room, "Tomorrow, 8 p.m., I confess to never having existed." In the dim apartment, the screen flickers, a digital purgatory where a loading icon spins endlessly. The loading grinds to a halt, the gears of the app seizing in a silent digital struggle. Suddenly, a stark error message blazes across the screen. "Error resolution pending." The app's clock freezes, its number suspended in an eternal, unmoving tableau. Time itself seems to hesitate, trapped within the digital confines of the failing application. The screen casts an eerie glow, illuminating the silent, unresolved error that hangs in the air. Towering screens dominate the cityscape, each flashing the ominous words, "Truth Deficit." A digital countdown ticks relentlessly, its stark numbers a grim harbinger in the bright daylight. The city's pulse falters, the vibrant energy replaced by a palpable sense of unease. The flow of traffic slows, as if the very streets are holding their breath. The hurried footsteps of pedestrians echo with a newfound uncertainty. Chaos simmers beneath the surface, threatening to erupt as the countdown accelerates. Inside Leila's server bunker, a symphony of blinking lights and humming servers fills the air as Leila confronts Ethan. Wires twist across the floor like digital serpents, the air thick with the scent of electricity and tension. Leila's intense gaze pierces through the digital chaos, her expression a mixture of frustration and determination. She stands firm, a beacon of resolve amidst the technological labyrinth. "Ethan, your non-existence confession is destabilizing timestamps globally," she declares, her voice sharp against the hum of the machines. Inside Leila's server bunker, rows of servers hum with quiet power, their lights painting a digital landscape. The blinking lights reflect in Leila's serious expression, her face etched with concern. She gestures at the complex network, a web of connections holding Maya's fate. Her voice is firm, urgent. Erasing Ethan will erase continuity from Maya's death forward. Ethan stands alone on the bridge, the wind whispering through the fallen leaves that swirl around his feet. Each gust of wind seems to carry echoes of the past, memories clinging to him like the damp air. The bridge stands as a silent witness, its cold stone a stark reminder of what was lost. Painful memories flood his senses, each step on the bridge a step deeper into sorrow. He closes his eyes, the image of Maya vivid in his mind, her absence a palpable weight on his soul. Ethan's phone screen flares to life, a digital gateway to his inner world. His finger dances across the glass, summoning the app with a deliberate tap. A chronicle of scheduled confessions unfolds before him, a digital tapestry of his past. He scrolls deeper, the weight of unspoken words pressing down. A highlighted entry blazes like a brand. "Yesterday, I forgave him." The bridge stands silent, a stark monument where Maya's life ended. Reality twists, the paradox tightening its grip. Official records rewrite the past, obscuring the truth. The hidden run is erased, replaced by the cold phrase, "Unresolved mechanical failure." Justice fades into the mist, leaving only unanswered questions hanging over the water. Inside the bustling police station, the mundane reality of paperwork veils a brewing storm. Police reports are meticulously updated, each stroke of the pen rewriting the truth. A subtle shift in the air, a silent agreement to bury the unbelievable. The evidence room stands as a silent witness, its secrets guarded by lock and key. A chilling absence where Derek Hale's body once lay, vanished without a trace. The rewritten narrative takes hold, erasing the supernatural from the realm of the known. In the cold, stark light of dawn, Leila stands alone in her server bunker. The air is thick with the hum of dormant machines, a silent testament to a fallen system. Her fingers trace the cool metal of the console, a desperate search etched on her face. Hope flickers as she discovers a single surviving data log amidst the digital wreckage. The fate of everything hangs on the information it contains. Pale dawn light creeps through the blinds, casting long shadows across Ethan's seemingly ordinary apartment. Dust motes dance in the air, illuminated by the growing light, yet an unsettling feeling permeates the room. In Ethan's inbox, emails flicker and fade, reverting to unsent drafts as if time is rewinding. On his phone, cherished memories blur as photos dissolve pixel by pixel, leaving behind blank screens. The digital world around Ethan unravels, his online presence vanishing into the ether. A creeping sense of dread fills the apartment as Ethan's life is systematically erased from the digital realm. Dawn breaks, its first light slicing through the blinds, painting Maya's apartment in stripes of shadow and pale gold. An answering machine blinks, its digital display resetting, a silent sentinel in the quiet room. The voicemail greeting reverts, a simple, lonely echo in the empty space. "Hi, it's just me." The ordinariness of the message clashes with the unspoken absence hanging heavy in the air. Sunlight gradually floods the room, revealing dust motes dancing in the golden rays, indifferent to the story they illuminate. The city streets throb with a frenetic energy, a restless pulse beneath the veil of night. Neon signs blaze, their vibrant hues painting the rain-slicked streets in streaks of electric color. Long shadows stretch and dance, distorted by the shimmering reflections on the wet asphalt. Towering digital billboards relentlessly flash advertisements, each promising a new era of verified honesty. The darknet platforms beckon from the screens. Confess Squared, Truth Chain, Self-Log. Each name whispers of secrets and revelations hidden in the digital labyrinth. In the dim, code-lit room, lines of cascading code paint the faces of those hunched before the screens. Digital whispers fill the encrypted forum, each keystroke a prayer in the digital darkness. An unsettling tension permeates the air, a silent acknowledgement of an unseen presence. A ghost account lurks, its existence a chilling anomaly in the network's labyrinth. Users' confessions are met with an ominous response. A single line echoes through the digital void. "Forgive first." Inside the server bunker, Leila is a solitary figure amidst the cold, blinking lights of her terminal. The screen's glow casts stark shadows across her face, highlighting the exhaustion and lingering trauma in her eyes. Each line of code is a stark reminder of the events that continue to haunt her waking thoughts. Weeks have passed, yet the digital echoes of the past reverberate through the silent bunker. The weight of unseen battles and unspoken fears presses down on her, a heavy burden in the heart of the machine. Inside Leila's server bunker, the low hum of the machines fills every corner of the cramped space. Monitors cast an eerie glow, their screens alive with serpentine lines of code and intricate schematics. Suddenly, a fresh confession notification blinks urgently on one of the screens, breaking the monotonous display. A voice cuts through the mechanical drone, a stark admission hanging in the air. Tomorrow, Dr. Leila Kant admits she never learned from him. The servers continue their relentless work, indifferent to the impending revelation. Weeks later, inside Leila's server bunker, a silent tension fills the air as she closes her eyes. The cursor blinks on the screen, a relentless metronome counting down to an unknown moment. Each pulse of light heightens the anticipation, a digital heartbeat in the otherwise still room. Leila remains motionless, bracing herself for whatever is to come as the digital countdown continues. Soft light bathes Ethan's cozy apartment, illuminating the youthful faces of Ethan and Maya as they sit close on a worn couch. Ethan's eyes sparkle with affection as he playfully asks, "Can you imagine us, old and gray, still arguing about who gets the last slice of pizza?" Maya's laughter fills the room as she retorts, "Only if I'm winning that argument. And you're doing the dishes." Ethan grins, sealing the deal. Deal. But I get to pick the movie every Friday night. Maya, considering the terms, agrees with a condition. That's a tough one. Okay, deal. But only if we promise to always laugh this much. Dim light casts long shadows across Ethan's apartment, a stark backdrop to a tense confrontation. Ethan, in his mid-30s, stands resolute, his posture reflecting unwavering conviction. Opposite him, his boss, a slick figure of corporate ambition, remains unmoved by Ethan's fervor. Ethan gestures with passionate intensity, his frustration palpable in the dimly lit room. "I'm telling you, this algorithm is a loaded gun," Ethan insists, his voice ringing with urgent warning. "We can't just ignore the potential for abuse." Under the veil of night, rain-slicked city streets reflect the harsh glare of distant lights. Ethan, in his 20 seconds, stands alone, a silent observer in the urban theater. A police car bursts into the scene, its siren a piercing cry, lights painting the wet asphalt in chaotic hues. The vehicle screeches, a momentary screech that shatters the stillness, capturing Ethan's attention. Abruptly, the police car veers away, its flashing lights receding into the darkness. The wailing siren fades, leaving Ethan in an echo of urgency and unanswered questions. The cold, sterile air of the morgue hangs heavy, a chilling prelude to despair. Beneath harsh fluorescent lights, Maya lies still on the steel table, her lifelessness stark against the cold metal. Ethan's gaze is locked on Maya's form, his eyes reflecting a storm of disbelief and anguish. A silent scream contorts his face, a mask of grief struggling to break free. The weight of sorrow threatens to drown him, each breath a struggle against the crushing despair. His world narrows to this single agonizing moment, the cold of the morgue seeping into his very soul. In the dim solitude of his apartment, Ethan's world shrinks to the size of a phone screen. Maya's voicemail echoes, each replay a fresh wound on Ethan's heart. His fingers tremble as he presses play again, desperate to recapture her voice. The apartment fades into a blur. The only reality is the ghostly sound of Maya's laughter. Each word of her message is a painful reminder of what he's lost. Ethan's voice cracks under the weight of unspoken words and unanswered goodbyes. The only light in Ethan's apartment comes from a laptop screen, painting his face with shifting shadows. Empty coffee cups and a chaos of research papers surround him, evidence of a long night's vigil. He scrolls relentlessly through articles on predictive policing, his brow a landscape of furrows and contemplation. A silent debate rages within him, questioning the cold logic of algorithms and their power over human fate. The weight of the digital world presses down on him as he grapples with the ethics of guilt and innocence. In the dim light of his apartment, Ethan is hunched over his laptop, the screen's glow casting an eerie light on his face. Empty coffee cups and crumpled papers surround him, a testament to sleepless nights and relentless work. He types furiously, a digital whirlwind of words appearing and disappearing on the screen as he experiments with confessions. Ethan's intense focus is palpable as he tries to unlock the secrets of the app's logic, pushing its limitations to the brink. Ethan stands amidst the bustling city streets, his eyes scanning the faces around him. He observes the subtle nuances in people's movements, the way they interact with each other, and the rhythm of their daily lives. A realization dawns upon him as he begins to perceive the intricate web of the algorithm, subtly influencing every aspect of their behavior. The city, once a symbol of freedom and individuality, now appears as a meticulously orchestrated symphony of actions, dictated by an unseen force. Sunlight floods the rehab facility's common room, highlighting the sterile environment and the heavy scent of antiseptic. Ethan stands awkwardly, a stark contrast to the worried faces of Derek's family. Each face is etched with exhaustion, hinting at sleepless nights and the heavy burden of medical bills. Young Lily stares at Ethan, her wide, unblinking eyes reflecting a mix of curiosity and apprehension. The air hangs heavy, a constant reminder of the arduous road to recovery stretching out before them. Silence permeates the room, broken only by the unspoken weight of their collective anxieties and hopes. Dim light casts long shadows across the walls of Ethan's apartment, reflecting the turmoil within. Ethan paces restlessly, each step echoing the internal conflict etched on his face. His hands clench and unclench, a visible manifestation of the difficult decisions weighing heavily on him. The air is thick with unspoken tension as Ethan battles with his conscience. The weight of his choices presses down, a palpable burden in the dimly lit room. Ethan's body convulses in the throes of a nightmare, sweat beading on his brow, a silent scream trapped in his throat. The screech of tires pierces the night, shattering the fragile peace of sleep. Glass explodes in a deadly ballet, reflecting a moment frozen in time. Maya's face etched with terror. Ethan reaches, fingers outstretched, desperate to grasp the fleeting image of Maya. His hand closes on nothing but empty air, the chilling void where she once was. The nightmare loops, a cruel reminder. Maya is gone, leaving Ethan with only the haunting echo of her final scream. Ethan walks, an oblivious figure amidst the vibrant chaos of the city streets. Unseen eyes track his every move, weaving a silent web of surveillance. Shadows deepen in doorways, concealing lurking figures, hinting at a hidden pursuit. A stranger lingers a moment too long, his gaze fixed, betraying a clandestine interest. The city's rhythm pulses, but beneath the surface, a dangerous game unfolds. Ethan remains unaware, walking directly into the heart of an unseen trap. Moonlight struggles through grimy windows, casting an eerie glow over Leila's abandoned lab. Ethan's flashlight beam slices through the darkness, revealing dust-laden equipment and forgotten experiments. He navigates the cluttered space, each step echoing in the unsettling silence. Behind a bookshelf, a hidden compartment yields stacks of files, secrets concealed for years. Ethan's curiosity turns to shock as he pores over the documents, the truth about the Confess app beginning to surface. The lab's secrets are unveiled, casting a stark light on the app's origins and purpose. Inside Leila's server bunker, rows of blinking servers hum, their lights casting an eerie glow across her contemplative face. Her gaze sweeps over the intricate network, a digital web of her own creation, now a source of profound regret. A wave of sorrow washes over Leila as she reflects on the unforeseen chaos unleashed by the Confess app. Her fingers trace the cold, unyielding metal of a server rack, a silent acknowledgement of the consequences she now faces. The hum of the servers grows louder, a constant reminder of the digital world she has irrevocably altered. Dawn breaks over the bridge, casting a soft glow over the cold steel and silent expanse. The city awakens, unaware of the sacrifice made in the fading darkness. The air hangs heavy with unspoken grief, a silent testament to Ethan's heroism. The rising sun reflects off the water below, a stark reminder of the indelible mark left on the world. Though the city moves on, the bridge stands as a solemn monument to Ethan's ultimate act.